My student asked why I don't hit her hands with a ruler for wrong notes, thinking all teachers did that. I've been teaching piano at a small music school for the past 7 years. My students range in age from 5 to late teens, and I like to think I have a good rapport with all of them. My philosophy has always been about patience, encouragement, and letting mistakes be part of the learning process. One Monday afternoon, my 12-year-old student, Emily, came in for her weekly lesson. She's a bright kid, curious, and always full of questions, but she's also very literal. She fidgets a lot and has a habit of asking things that catch me completely off guard. She sat down at the piano, fingers poised over the keys, and I handed her the sheet for the piece we were working on, a simple prelude with a few tricky runs. She started playing, and as usual, she stumbled over a couple of the notes. I stopped her gently and said, "Let's try that measure again. Watch your fingers." Emily paused mid-bar, looked up at me, and asked in a serious tone, "Why don't you hit my hands with a ruler when I get notes wrong?" I froze. For a second, I wasn't sure if I heard her right. My brain went through 100 scenarios. Had she seen some movie? Was she exaggerating? Or did she really think that was normal? She kept staring at me expectantly, as if I were supposed to explain why I wasn't doing what all teachers apparently did. I blinked, tried to keep my face neutral, and said, "Because hitting hands doesn't help you learn. It only makes you scared of making mistakes." Her brow furrowed. "All teachers do it," she said confidently. "My friend said her music teacher hits her hands with a ruler. Isn't that how you learn?" I took a deep breath. Emily is at that age where she believes everything she hears, so I had to tread carefully. Some teachers may have done that a long time ago, but it's not normal anymore. Hitting doesn't make anyone better. You'll learn faster if you practice, pay attention, and correct your mistakes on your own. She tilted her head and frowned, clearly thinking about this. Then she muttered, "My grandma said teachers used to hit her hands too, but she didn't like it." That little comment made me smile. At least someone in her life had perspective. I decided to turn it into a teaching moment, without lecturing. Imagine if every time you made a mistake, someone hit your hand. Would you want to play the piano or just try to avoid getting hit? Emily's eyes got wide. "I'd probably be scared all the time," she said. "Exactly," I said. "Learning should be about getting better, not being afraid." I watched her go back to the measure she'd struggled with. She played it slowly at first, carefully, then picked up the tempo. She didn't get it perfect, but she improved noticeably in just a few tries. As the lesson went on, I realized how much older practices had influenced her assumptions. Some of the kids she hangs out with have parents or relatives who are old school and strict. Others probably just exaggerate for effect. Either way, it was a little unsettling to hear a student casually expect physical punishment. By the end of the lesson, Emily had finished the piece, stumbling less and smiling more. She looked up at me and said, "I like that you don't hit my hands." I laughed softly. "Good. Keep practicing, and your hands will learn more this way than by getting hit ever could." As she packed up her things, she paused at the door. "I'll tell my friend your way is better," she said, and then she left, bouncing a little on her toes, clearly proud of her progress. Later that evening, I thought about the conversation more. It was a reminder of how much teaching has changed, how much patience and understanding matter, and how even small lessons, like choosing encouragement over punishment, can stick with a kid for life. I also realized I'd probably never hear the end of it from Emily's friends, who might still think rulers are part of piano training. That was fine. I knew my approach worked, and seeing her relaxed and confident at the piano was all the proof I needed.